So carrying on to the theme of talking to the customer interactions, now we will move to Vivek. Vivek has been with Algorithm almost the day started as a business. He does not need much introduction. His deep experience and expertise in construction is known to most of our customers. And usually he's the go-to person when they need something out of box thinking to address tricky problems. Now, joining with Vivek is our next speaker, someone who has 30 years plus experience in construction and utility industries. She's a finance director for TriConnex and Nexus Group company secretary, and she's a strong supporter for mental health in construction industry, which is one of the issues which has not been addressed so far. So Dawn is with us, and Dawn was in Lost Infinity as well back in 2020. So it would be great to hear that how has her journey has been so far. So Dawn and Vivek, I welcome you both, and you guys can take over now.
Thank you, Will. Thank you very much. Salam alaikum to my Middle East friends. Good afternoon, or good evening, India, and good morning, UK customers. Welcome, Dawn. Welcome to our office.
Thank you for having me.
It's always great to have you, and special thanks that you are back again. So, Dawn, as far as TriConnex is concerned, business process re-engineering, the core focus is towards digitalization. Can you please shed some light on this?
So we were aware that as a business we had data in many different sources spread throughout various programs and on far too many spreadsheets. We wanted to get to the point where we had one source of data that was accessible to everyone and which people weren't questioning.
Yeah.
Too many sorts of places to hold data, and you end up with people spending time questioning it rather than believing what they're looking at. So we wanted to get to one source of the truth, and Xpedeon's giving us that. And an additional benefit has been that the system is processing for us. So e-invoicing in particular has made a huge difference to the speed and the time that people spend just processing data. They're now able to use the information that's coming out instead and add value.
Okay, that's great. So spreadsheet to Xpedeon, automated digitalized invoicing. It's a great journey. Now, can you just let me know the challenges you faced during this entire journey of digitalization?
So as a business, we had to acknowledge that we needed to improve some of our processes if we were going to be able to grow. And we had to look at some process engineering. So one of the big challenges has been people and getting people involved, getting people engaged. It's key to make sure that you can make the change and that it stays embedded in the business. Otherwise, you'll do it once and you'll go back a month later and someone's gone back to the spreadsheet instead. So it's been key to make sure that everything's done in Xpedeon is through engagement with other employees. It's taken us a couple of years to get to where we are now. We've been very much focusing on input, but the business hasn't felt the pain either. We've been able to do it nice and slowly, integrating a little bit at a time. And we're now at the point where other parts of the business are wanting to know when it will be their turn to use Xpedeon.
Oh, great. So basically, as of right now, Xpedeon is very much embedded in day-to-day functionalities of the departments which you have chosen. And almost every employee in that department is working on Xpedeon, if I say so. That's really nice to know. Now, from Infinity 2020, when you joined, and Infinity 22, it is almost 15 months. So can you please share with us the journey of these 15 months with respect to TriConnex or Nexus Group?
So one of the big things has been the introduction of the payroll system.
Okay.
Which means that it has pushed Xpedeon out to all employees in some form or another. We use the timesheet function to capture our costs quickly and accurately. We have auto attendance. We run weekly payrolls, we run monthly payrolls, but also we've introduced the employee portal, which is allowing people to view their pay slips and will be used for people to book their holidays on and manage their absence through. So that has been a big thing, and it has helped push the Xpedeon name out there very much. On the back of payroll going through, the HR team have also started to use it. So they're using one set of data. It's stopped duplication. We're now not inputting information onto a spreadsheet to share between the payroll and HR team. They're all accessing it in one place. That massively helps their GDPR compliance as well. We are using contract management for our variations. At one point, that was being put into one system and then transferred to create the variation in Xpedeon. Now it's straight into Xpedeon. Huge saving of time, greater improvement of visibility of data, and less duplication going on. So that's a big thing for us. The supply chain portal is being rolled out with our subcontractors. This will reduce the amount of time, again, that the accounts team spend using Xpedeon for data input, because the subcontractor will be doing a lot of it themselves. The subcontractor will also get visibility of what's happening with their invoice. At the moment, a lot of it is about getting on the phone, has it been approved, when am I going to get paid? By using the portal, the subcontractor will be able to see that themselves. So it improves the ease of communication between us and the subcontractor as well. The shift over the last couple of months has been towards outputs. So being able to see what we can get from all the inputs. We spent a lot of time getting the inputs right so that the outputs that we see and the information we're now able to get is in a good place. Rather than people spending loads and loads of time collating cost information, CVRs are now producing them for us. And one of the big steps has obviously been the introduction of dashboards via BI reporting. A big step for us. It's allowing financial information, management reporting, and some department productivity reporting as well that we used to do outside of the system. I think we've got some examples to share with people of the starting point of this. Yeah, that's true. Let's look at a few of the dashboards. So one of them allows us to look at financial reporting across our companies. We have a group of companies, and this dashboard will allow one place to go to get high-level information on each of the companies without having to click around loads of different screens. And the graphs will help us with looking at trends and things. And it was earlier a month-end exercise, which has now become like as and when you want it. Yes, that is. And no more spreadsheet, no more collation. No, no spreadsheets. On the fly. Spreadsheets is not allowed as a word to bring in a new. Oh, thing. It's so nice to hear. Oh, wow. Can't have that. And then management reporting is allowing us to report on regions, on trends, by different type of information. We were doing this before through cost ledgers, but the time spent trying to export the data was horrendous. So just being able to a click of a button on a screen, and as you say, at any point in time, you can see how it's going during the month without having to wait for the month end. And then the other item we're starting to look at is departmental productivity. Again, we do some of this reporting now, but it's all about exporting, doing a count of orders, creating a spreadsheet that can create a dashboard so that we can see how things are going. This at any point in time will allow us to look at productivity within a department, value of orders being produced from our buying teams, but we'll be rolling this out across looking at e-invoicing, how that works, and subcontract invoice production as well. Wow, 15 months, and I mean, you have covered a lot of ground. It's been a busy time, and considering a lot of it has been done remotely as well, we have made great progress.
Actually, I'm speechless with the kind of progress you have. Don, you have been using Xpedeon now for very long. So if I have to ask you a very simple question, like for our customers and people who would be getting onto Xpedeon, because there are quite a few new audiences today who are going to use Xpedeon very soon. So just what is the key differentiator of Xpedeon for you?
It's the ease of use and the familiarity that users get when they look at one module and going on to another module. When you bring another module in, it's the same look to it. It's all very clear which fields need filling in and which ones have to be done. But that familiar look and feel helps you introduce new modules quite easily. I think also the import and export of data on Xpedeon is really good. Some of the importing of opening balances has been straightforward. The import of data for employees when we were setting up the payroll, that was really good to do because we weren't losing days and days rekeying information. So that's been a really good thing. And we're finding the training videos really useful.
Oh, so nice to know.
Yes, we do dip into them quite a lot, and we find it'll help us answer some of our queries ourselves, but also that shows us some of the things that we weren't quite aware the system does. So it makes us look at it and expand our use of the system. So they are really good.
Thank you, Don. Thank you very much for sharing your views for us and for our other customers. So that's all from our side. Namaskar. Over to you, Bill.
Thank you very much, Dawn. Thank you very much, Vivek. That was great to hear. The best part, which I liked about, is what Dawn took from the last Infinity. She actually shared that, and then she took what other customers were saying on board as well, which helped them achieving the results they were looking for. So thank you so much again, both.